Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
And I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it is BOLO Day. We have another deep dive into tons of great items. And get diving, Mr. Magazine.
All right, here we go. First up, it is the holiday season, and this is Miss Jessica from Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Memory Lane. 4.5-inch figure. Never seen this before in my life, but I took a $30 offer on this. I figured, why not? I'm sure I didn't pay anywhere over $1 or $2. But again, if you see these figures from this series, the Santa Claus is Coming to Town, I would definitely scarf them up.
Any idea whatsoever how that came out originally?
I think it was in
part of a set, or would it have been carded?
All the characters from that show carded, yeah, for sure.
It would have been carded,
yeah,
okay.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have seen other characters from that series carded, but again, like I've never seen her, and it must have been in some toy box, who knows, but I can't complain. Next up, this is cool but very large, so if you're going to buy it, you better pay low on it. 1986 G.I. Joe Cobra Terror Dome. And
welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yeah, it's 2 feet across. I'm pretty sure it's not complete. I probably paid $50 to $75 for it. Sold for, I think I took a $150 on it. So obviously,
after everything made $20 or something.
Yeah, I mean shipping was a lot.
Which he paid, but still you had to come up with a box and time.
Yeah, if you got a mint one that's complete or a mint one complete in the original box, then you could be talking $500 to $1,000.
Right,
There's a lot on eBay, or you could break up the parts and probably get a lot more that way if you sold all the parts. But again, it's sitting around. We had a box that it fit. We moved on. So just tread carefully when you're buying stuff like this. It's a little bit of a headache. Next up.
That's what you give me pretty much every week.
Yeah. G.I. Joe, again, Cobra Bug, 1988, 15 inches long. I think this is close to complete. This one, I think I took $65 on this. Cool looking, figure, a lot of parts and accessories. But again, if you see this out, and even if it's missing stuff and it's $5-10, you got to buy stuff like this. It'll definitely make you some money.
Well, the thing is, you could buy 2 of those and 1 of that other thing.
Exactly.
Which would you rather have?
Exactly. Yeah. Much less of a headache. Yeah. Next up from my belt buy, Cheyenne Frontier Days Daddy of them all, vintage metal belt buckle. I think this went for $30, and I can't complain because I forgot what I paid for these suckers, $10 or something like that. So, but belt buckles sell if you and not just this particular one, but other series and other types of belt buckles for Coke, Pepsi, anything you can think of. I would definitely buy them and they'll sell.
Yeah. Yep. And you can find them at garage sales and flea markets and things like that. Fairly cheap.
Yep. And I wish I had an extra lister to list newspapers. I'd probably be making more money than I am now. I have thousands of these when I had the subscription. New York Times, May 3rd, 2020, complete. Talking about COVID and the vax. And I think this went for about $22. Like I said, I got a lot of these New York Times, and they generally all sell for $20, $22, $25, $30. I got a bunch of Trump ones from back in the day. I got to get them out and get them listed. So.
Do you have the other 58,681 I need for the set?
No, but I probably have. Geez, how many would I have had? A few years would be 1,000. I get at least 1,000 of them, I'm sure.
Yep.
All right, next up, still continue with my lots just because they're not worth selling individually unless you're going to long tail these suckers. But Michael Jordan, fan souvenirs, glasses, toys, McDonald's items, and I took $20 on this. A bunch of $5 items. The glasses might be 10 or so, maybe. But the only thing I worry about is packing up 2 glasses in a box and having them get damaged. So I might put the tall 23 in the Michael Jordan cup and wrap that inside so it has extra protection. But again, you got a bunch of little things around the house floating around like this. Package them up, $20, $30.
I picked up in a lot somewhere one of the that French fries box.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know they did those.
Yeah,
and there were a few different players. I picked those up.
Yeah, definitely when they did those sets. Next up, I bought a NASCAR collection, kind of sight unseen. My sister sent me pictures of the guy's collection. It was a lot of die-cast cars. I really didn't want it, and I think he wanted $200. I made him $100 off, or maybe even less than that. And once I got into the shop and looked at it up close, there was 2 signed limited edition Dale Earnhardt cards.
Oh wow!
I didn't even know they were in there. This is one of them. This one went for $150.
Nice.
I think the other one's worth about $150.
So you'll make money.
Yeah, this is one that was, I think, sold on QVC, Ken Golden COA from years ago.
Right.
I don't know if it says the year, but it's got to be 1990s somewhere. But yeah, anything signed Earnhardt and certified as limited edition, you can't go wrong with that.
Wow, neat.
Yeah. Next up, another lot. Doesn't look like much, but it went for $100.
Wow.
Barbie, traveling clothes and luggage, Mattel. I'm guessing 1960s and 70s. You put it in there, but again, the experts will know what this stuff is and they'll pay accordingly. Kind of cool little TV there, little phone. But yeah, $100 is good. And again, it's one of the things. Yeah, if you know Barbie stuff and you break it down, you might be able to get double that. Who knows? But again, for the $100, I'm sure I didn't pay that anywhere near that. I probably paid $20 as part of a lot.
Oh yeah. The Barbie store, if there were such a person on eBay,
exactly.
It's gonna probably $500 lot.
Yeah,
but
if you know what like this jacket's called, you might be able to get $50 for it. I have no idea. And I don't even know where to research it and look it up.
Not worth our time.
I'm happy with the 100, and I move on.
Yep. Absolutely.
And this might be my last one here. Vintage plastic model car lot, 132 and 143 scale with triangle.
Car lot? Car lot?
Exactly.
That's not driving. That's
yeah. When we see who the one's drinking energy drinks tonight. Again, Triumph, Ferrari, Corvette as part of the lot. I buy stuff in bulk. Probably sold the better stuff out of it, and I don't know what brands these are, but again, someone will know. And they paid about $70 for all of them. And
nice.
Talking about how many are in the lot, they should probably put that. But
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, right?
16, all right. So, about $5 a piece. And again, I probably paid a couple bucks. I made some money, move it out, and we move on.
Yep,
so
absolutely.
Lots are helping me move product faster, just like on Whatnot.
There you go. Shearing's Children's Eye Chart, 1961. Did you know they even did eye charts like this?
No, that's actually kind of cool.
It is pretty neat. $32. I paid $1 for it over at Madison Bachville. I thought it was really neat. I never saw anything like this before. It did take a year to sell, but still.
I remember when you first had one of these up and you were going like this, like you were trying to reach the apple, but you have no depth perception.
That's true.
So you were kind of missing.
That is true.
That was funny.
That was very funny. And the umbrella.
Yeah. It's raining outside.
Up next. Higbee's, which is a Cleveland department store. Well, here it says Cleveland. Catalog, Christmas World of Toys. Really, really neat. I thought it would go really well at auction. I think I took a $30 offer on it, put a lot of pictures up. Just a really, really neat little toy catalog. Very surprised it didn't go for more and didn't sell at auction. But
when you list 70s and 80s toy catalogs, you get a lot of people saying, hey, is this in there? Is this Star Wars in there?
I put every picture in this one.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Good for you.
That was only 16 pages or something, so.
Bragger.
Dell Sports Magazine, January 1963. Oscar Robertson, baseball, football. I think it went for $15, which seems low, but I paid $1 for it out at Clarence Flea Market. And I only buy these if I can pay $1 or less on them because they really are suckers' bets. If you're paying $5 to $10, which is what dealers tend to want on them, you're not going to make any money at all. This happened to be a dealer that had these sitting in his dollar box. I knew I could make some money. If they were $5 box, I would have walked right by them.
Yep.
So didn't make a lot, but I made a few bucks, and I was happy about that. Sherwin-Williams paint, 1901, calendar booklet with samples.
Oh, that's an oldie.
That is an old one, and again, it's another one of those I'm surprised didn't sell at auction, so I just ended up taking like a $30 offer on it.
When you find something like this from 1900, do you like research and say, hey, when did they first come about?
No, I probably should.
I mean, it can't be, I'm sure they
weren't
around during the Civil War selling paint.
Right.
So, I mean, it's got to
be fairly early, right?
Yeah. Cool.
Pretty neat. One of the reasons why is it's only a couple of months worth of it, so I don't know if you had to buy the whole, if every 2 months they put a new one out. Who knows? It's 1901. You can pretty much say anything, and who's going to tell you you're wrong?
Exactly, yeah.
Up next, Les Inracupitables magazine, say that 5 times fast, 2002 with Bjork. The beautiful Bjork there on the cover. One of those that I absolutely knew would sell because I knew somebody out there would be a Bjork collector or a collector of Annette Messenger or
Bjorn Borg collector too, maybe.
Or
it could be Bjorn Borg back there. You don't know. I mean, half the face is covered.
Or Les Inracupitables.
Exactly.
Could be collecting those too.
Yeah, the Incredibles.
Up next, The Nation magazine, February 10th, 1870, 15th Amendment, Reconstruction, Women's Rights. $42. I actually was very disappointed in these. I bought a big pile of them, paid about $1 a piece from 1870. Probably got 40 of the 52 that would have been out that year, and I was all excited. I'm like, $40, got this nice pile.
Yeah.
Granted, I did make money. That's only the second or third one I've sold. They just do not sell.
And that's the cover?
That's the cover, yeah. Boring cover. They'd be buying it for the news would be what they'd be buying it for. I mean, in the end, I'll make some good money.
There's actually nothing good in there that you'd be writing about.
Well, 15th Amendment and Reconstruction, women's rights. It just... I will make money on them.
Yeah.
It was one of those, I put a lot of work into researching each one because I read through each one, find the best things out of each one, et cetera, et cetera. Would I buy them again? Probably. All right, up next.
Wah.
Advertising fan, Jesus the Good Shepherd, Vintage Lamb's Sheep. And the thing that was interesting about this one is there's no advertising on the back. Usually there is a company name on the back. This one does not have the company name on the back, which actually surprised me that it sold. I would think that the company name ones would sell. But very, very happy about that, to sell that for $28 for an advertising fan.
Now, how do you know there wasn't Mexican like Jesus?
I did not. It could have been.
Okay, just checking.
Could have been. Up next, Dark Shadows by Marilyn Ross.
Ooh.
Gothic paperbacks. Problem is I miscounted, and there weren't... there were only 13, not 15, so I had to give a little bit of refund back. The person was very, very cool about it. They said, I bought this. Are you sure there's 15? I'm only counting 13. So I went down below, and I counted up the books, because I listed every book. And I said, nope, there's only 13. Maybe I need to learn how to count. But they were very, very cool about it, and they were actually thanking me for being so easy to work with. And I'm like,
they don't know you very well, apparently.
We need more buyers like that.
Yeah.
Because how many people would be screaming,
Exactly.
you only had 13? And they're like, oh, thank you for working with me. I'm like, yeah, I screwed up. It was on me. Completely my fault. Yeah. But, yeah, so that, I mean, it's not too bad. 13 of them for, $98. So, not a bad buy. You can find them out there. Mickey Mouse, Merry Christmas to You. Christmas card, 1936, fairly early. $90 on that. Pretty neat little item. Picked this up on an estate sale. I was actually in a box of cards, and I saw that in the box, and they wanted like $20 on the box or $30 in the box, and I saw that in there, and I said, I'm going to buy the box. I've got a feeling I can make money off Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Sure enough, I did. And hopefully that helps you a little bit. Do hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.